Hi, Jesly. Thank you for both your essays. Now let's have a look at the first one about schools. Many people claim that the major role of schools is to educate children, while others argue that entertainment plays a major role in the holistic development of students. Okay. In my opinion, I also support that the co-curricular activities play a crucial role in the overall growth of a child. This essay focuses on how activities other than educate, other than education or activities other than instruction can facilitate in physical and emotional well-being and identify their talents and develop it. Okay, this is a nice introduction. I would question if you are completely aware of what co-curricular means, but I will leave the research to you. Just make sure that you understand how this works. But I will focus on the thesis statement here. Make sure that you replace this verb by a noun, and especially instruction, and facilitate. I wouldn't say facilitate in well-being. I would say can contribute to physical and emotional well-being, and I wouldn't say that activities can identify their talents and develop it. Yes, activities can develop a talent, but not identify. So you would have to rephrase that. Firstly, entertaining activities such as sports and arts help in developing cognitive skills for school children, in school children. These activities give opportunities, give them opportunities, let's do it like this, give them opportunities to advance their skills and can pave way for the establishment of their professional career, Such recreational programs also make them help them. I wouldn't say make has a connotation of forcefulness. Build interpersonal relationships and gain confidence in themselves. Okay, for example, a study by WHO shows that teens who engage in extracurricular and sports activities are often found to be strong emotionally and physically, probably stronger, you mean, because you are comparing, so you have to use the comparative, compared to the rest of the children who are academically oriented, who are only academically oriented. Okay. I will admit the fact that WHO is the World Health Organization, and it's not about education, but let it be. But apart from this being a nice paragraph, I would question which activities do you mean except sports activities, because you are not giving any examples. You say recreational programs, sports, arts, extracurricular activities, but can you give any specific examples how this happens? Which arts, which sports are better? Perhaps try to be more specific in exemplifying. Other than that, you have very nice vocabulary, a rather clear paragraph. A good connection to the introduction. And let's see. Furthermore, there are many instances where children, when they are forced to study hard, sentence structure. There are many instances when children are known to develop health-related problems when they are forced to study hard in order to excel in their studies. So you need to rewrite the sentence, change the sentence structure as I suggested, because the way you have it here, it is difficult to understand. It is very confusing. Moreover, in order to shine academically, they are often pushed to study continuously, and this might result in making them more isolated from the society. Okay. I would replace this "and" by another linking word, something like which might result in making them more isolated from the society. Therefore, the problems of depression and other psychological disorders are widely apparent among children of today's world. Okay. This is a nice paragraph. This is absolutely true, and yes, this is quite logical. But yeah, well, there is absolutely no focus on entertaining here. The second paragraph is solely about the disadvantages of studying hard. Taking everything into consideration, I I would like to conclude with my opinion that you don't need the comma here, that schools have to focus on entertainment activities as it can provide it doesn't refer to activities, it refers to entertainment. Yet your previous concept here should be used in the plural, right? It's entertainment activities that can provide, as they can provide opportunities for school kids to never use kids in an academic essay. Children, pupils, students, as you wish, but kids know it's way too informal. To explore and pursue their interests and passions whilst preserving from the health and social illness, while preserving or I don't know, safeguarding them from from health and social illness. Health, you know, health illness doesn't sound very good. I would say health and social afflictions, but again, it sounds unnatural. So could you please rephrase this so that we don't have the combination health illness? Other than that, this is a very nice introduction, I must say. So yes, this is a well-written essay. Your task achievement is appropriate. I can see that you answered the question correctly. Make sure that your examples are clear and that they illustrate your ideas appropriately. Your second body paragraph is written more coherently than the first one. Yet still, I do have a feeling that it could have been slightly more detailed, though no, your word count is fine. And try to avoid confusions due to your use of vocabulary. If not, this may influence both coherence and vocabulary, the lexical resource score. So this is a nice essay. Let's have a look at the second one. It is generally argued that an enjoyable activity with children enhances their skills and creativity more when compared to reading. No, more in comparison to reading. I believe that while reading helps children to gain knowledge and insight of a particular field or topic, because you say particular, right? So you refer to one isolated instance. Playing physical activities such as games and sports would often create a greater impact. Pay attention to your articles on their learning skills and make them, don't need the verb to be, and make them more creative and imaginative. Okay. Following essay discusses the above mentioned ideas. I don't think you need the sentence at all. You are being redundant. You simply don't need to say that. So this is going to be this is a well-built stance and thesis statement in itself. So you don't need to say it overtly. The following essay is going to discuss this and that. No. Firstly, it is generally believed, okay, you have a repetition generally here and generally here. So try to avoid obvious repetitions like this. You can use a synonym. Let's say it is commonly believed. Okay, but again, you will run the risk of lacking the range of grammatical structure, because look at this. It is adverb participle. It is adverb participle. You could say, firstly, there are opinions that playing games such as puzzles, word games, and other related activities, other what related activities, perhaps you would like to be more specific, would make children more enjoyable and participative. Children cannot be more enjoyable. An activity is enjoyable because you like it. Children more, I don't know, entertained and participative, but not enjoyable. No, you need to change this word. This can also enable young minds to develop active skills such as spatial awareness, um, cognition, team building, and okay, you have a verb here. So what we expect here is a list of nouns that would become the object of this verb, right? Develop this, and that. Develop interpersonal skills, whereas the amount of learning of skills and imagination is often inhibited while just reading. I think I understand what you mean, but you need to rewrite this clause. And no, never mind. Whereas skill acquisition and imagination development is often, let's say, considerably not inhibited. The inhibited is not a good word. Is often diminished while just reading, not inhibited. A good example of this is a recent study shows, no, you cannot do it like this. A good example of this is illustrated in a recent study which shows that children, no kids in academic essays, who spend 2 hours every day, I mean every single day, on PlayStation, doing what on PlayStation? Not sitting on it physically, right? Who spend 2 hours every day playing game consoles such as PlayStation seem to have better psychometric skills when compared to those who did not play. Okay, great example, good incorporation, but you need to work on your accuracy of using appropriate sentence structures. Other than that, appropriate arguments and examples, good logic. Furthermore, in ancient times, people believed that physical strain and sweating does help both children and adults to be strong physically, and it is the reason, okay, physically, try to avoid this repetition because it doesn't look good, and it is the reason our ancestors encouraged outdoor activities more, which makes our body and mind fit and healthy. For instance, it is common in all schools in India to have an hour every day specifically spent for outdoor games so children can be more active and develop better skills. Okay, this is great, but perhaps you could connect this to creativity more because your topic refers to develop better skills and imagination. So you end by saying better skills, but you never say which ones, right? So perhaps you should be more specific here. Other than that, try to rewrite this to avoid this end. Perhaps you could put a semicolon and go on with, this is the reason why our ancestors encouraged outdoor activities, which indeed make our body and mind both fit and healthy. For instance, it is common to have an hour, okay, I would say specifically dedicated for outdoor games, because you spend your time on outdoor games, but if you have 1 hour, it would look better if you say dedicated. Plus, you improve your vocabulary and you show a vocabulary range. Nice paragraph, good argument with the tradition, the ancestral tradition, and a local example. This is beautiful. To conclude from the examples and arguments stated above, I firmly believe that enjoyable activities such as games and sports that do play, your subject is plural, do play a vital role in developing skills and imaginations than reading. Okay, great. A bit simple. So I would suggest that you summarize the two main ideas from the two body paragraphs you have, like the ancestral tradition supports and encourages the fit mind that results from a healthy body. And well, I'm using your vocabulary. Of course, you would have to rephrase that. And the first body paragraph would be paraphrased as um, despite uh, common objections, playing video games does contribute to improving cognitive and skills and hand-eye coordination, something like this. But remember, please make sure that you are always specific when you say skills, better skills such as this and this, for instance. So, Jesly, these are two very nice essays. Sorry. Please make sure that you pay attention to the suggestions that I have made, and I'm sure that you will be able to improve in absolutely no time because you already have a very good potential. All the best of luck.